I'm rarely critical of people I meet. I just look for what I like in them, something poetic about them, or look for what I can relate to and connect there. I'm likely to believe you. I am likely to like you. You know how some animated characters have a distinct voice? Take, for example, Charlie Brown's teacher, perched in front of the classroom, who has tuned him out only to hear whoa, 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 whoa. Or like Boonhauer, the neighbor to King of the Hill, loitering in the alley, beer can glued to his palm. Likeable, familiar, probably uttering the answer to all your life's problems, but for the fact that his speech is nearly incomprehensible. Well, that's how I think of Arnold, or Arnie. He speaks like a pirate. Upon clinical investigation, it's probably less romantic than that, like an incessant vocal cord spasm, but it no less adds to his character. Arr! Arr! Stylistically speaking, Arnold's voice is a pirate's groan. That's what his voice would sound like if he were the teacher of Charlie Brown or the unsuspecting neighborhood sage. It's been a while since I've seen Arnie, and I'm pleased to see a familiar face as I pull up to the market. I park and take a seat beside him before going in. Conversations are brief and fleeting, many I struggle to recall. I'm satisfied with the certainty that he will shoot the shit with me, and I will enjoy it in the amount of time it takes to smoke an American Spirit, or two, if I'm really enjoying the conversation. He lights up a filterless. I note that even though there's a winged decal on one end of it, it makes no difference which end he will light, as it is, filterless. I haven't seen you around in a while. How have you been? He asks. Our backs to the laundromat, we side by side gaze beyond the parking strip at the goings-on of the neighborhood. I'm great. I'm not drinking these days, so I'm not at Neighbors or, of course, a pub anymore. I just hang here for a bit when I buy my smokes and catch up with whomever I happen to see. Yep, I take my breaks too, about once a month. Sober October, I sort of joke, but also interested. Something like that. Gotta keep it from being a daily thing. It's easier when you're living on a boat off the coast of Boca, that's for sure. Beach living, you know? Yeah, I say like I have any idea whatsoever. Wait, it's easier to drink daily or be sober living on a beach? Be sober, you know? Active. Huh. Outdoors. Stuff to do. Surf and stuff. I used to surf all the time. I turned my head and squint my eyes to see if he wore a remnant of his past on his face. If beyond his cracked glasses and stringy hair, he might, in the light of this new truth, change in a morphing sweep and assume the glow of a once fresh-faced surfer. Oh, and you gave it up when you moved to Nashville? I joke. Oh yeah, had that place in Jocko Beach, 10,000 square feet. You get a lot of attention when you're rich. Nothing about Arnie looks rich. For years I'd see him pull up to the market in an ordinary vehicle with his St. Bernard in tow. Dog took up the entirety of the back seat, sitting in a cloud of hair visible through slobbered-on windows. Once Arnie gave me a ride home, windows down. The wind kicked up tufts of fur that I pulled off my lips and rubbed out of my eyes. I do, however, remember stories, bench stories, of him flying his plane to New Orleans just for lunch, and how he stopped taking the dog for the blinding amount of hair it produced in the cockpit, And now he's saying something about a Maserati and a helicopter, but I'm not catching it all. How did you make all of your money, Art? I asked, giving him the benefit of the doubt. He rubbed his palms on his knees, his jeans the color of dead, dry rose petals that right-angled into a pair of Converse tennies. He keeps one eye closed. Why is it always closed? So very pirate of him. Oh wait, he's opened it. It's kind of looking the other... How did he ever get pilots? Never mind. I was lucky, he grinned, side glancing through his good eye. I decided then and there that whenever anyone asks me how I acquired all of my wealth, I would answer in the same twisted mystery, as if to say, back off, man. I love you, and it's none of your business.